Hi and welcome back, everybody. I'm going to do a couple of different videos on what I do or how to put things together. And you know what? For these crafts and things like this may end up being a great idea for a kid's birthday party or a kid's gift that you don't know what to give them. And whether it's a craft they can put together, or I've got a couple other things over here that I'd like to show you as well. So it would give you some ideas. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. Pretty much everything that I picked up today came from Dollar Tree. This weekend is my granddaughter's 5th birthday, and so we weren't able to go out there for Easter and then go back again for her birthday. So we're going to do our celebration this weekend with a birthday and Easter. So I want to show you a couple of things that I did get at the Dollar Tree. The baskets are not one. The baskets came from Michael's craft store, and they were half price. So they're adorable though. So I've got one for each girl. And these were supposed to be like $13.98 a piece. So getting them half price, I got to get them both for the price of one. And I know that sounds a little pricey, but I think these would fold down. They could be crushable. I even had a lady in the store say to me, "Those are a great idea." I bought them for my grandchildren, and she said I was able to ship them to them. Oh my gosh, look at the flowers on there. I just thought that was adorable. So I'm going to share with you what I put in here. We don't do a whole lot of candy and stuff like that. My girls love crafting so much that it's so much more fun to give things like that. So I've got stickers. Did have to get something fun. We have got activity books. And these are coloring, like a color by number, figuring out spelling and things like that. And when they go out to dinner or they travel, they take these kinds of things with them. It does keep them busy and makes the time go a little quicker. And then this is something that we love to use a lot of. And these are like color your own decor. And Dollar Tree carries a lot of this stuff. They have this kind of thing, and it comes with the markers, which is great. They have window clings or window decals that you can make. Just so many different ideas. And then, of course, what's an Easter basket without bubbles? So that's what we did for the girls this year. And of course, Easter grass, which is my husband's worst nemesis. He hates Easter grass. He hates bag fill. He hates all of it. So we have to tease him and put it in every once in a while. So I am going to show you one other thing that's going to go in these baskets. And I wanted to make a change to them because I couldn't find any that looked like little kids. They love to write and draw. So I give them paper and paper pads as often as I possibly can. You would not believe the amount of crayons and markers and things that we go through every year. Today at the Dollar Tree, I was looking for notepads, which, like I said, is one of their very favorite things. Well, I couldn't find any that had any kind of a kid look to it. So I went ahead and bought two anyway. And what I've done so far, I'm going to show you here. I ripped off the inside cover. Now these have got a little acetate cover on top of them. Then this was in there, but it doesn't look like a kid to me. So I tore this one out and I found some paper pads that I had that I think would be a little bit more kid friendly. So I'm going to cut that to fit here and I'm going to attach it to this. So let me get this cut out real quick. So now I'm going to attach it with some clear dots. These are little permanent dots. I get these from scrapbook.com. They sell all kinds of scrapbooking and paper crafting products. I'm going to attach this right inside of here. And we have a notebook that looks like it's for a little kid. And you really don't see the dots on the inside. I just did the four corners. And I think it looks great. So let's quick do the other one. I think this one will be really nice. And what I'm using here to pick up the little adhesive is called a pin pen. And it is simply an ink pen or a mechanical pencil that has like a needle or a really sharp pin in it. And you can buy these or you can make these. And there you have it. So I'm going to put these into their Easter baskets. And then now I do want to show you another thing that I'm going to make. Once again, it is on the lines of note taking and all that kind of fun stuff. I found little boxes today at Dollar Tree, and obviously they have these year round, but I am going to change the top out here. I thought I bought them the same size, so unfortunately one is bigger than the other, but I found the cutest stuff. They had little sets of notepads. They had little like post-it notes. This is sticky notes, and you open it up and there's all these different little notepads, little stuff in it. I thought that was adorable. So that goes in there, that goes in there. There was a set of pens, which are all really cute. Remind me of like the Vera Bradley ones, just adorable. So one of those goes in there. And then I found these little llama, if you want to call them bookmarks or whatever, but they're on a little clothespin, and they can put those on whatever they want. But they were adorable. And what I did was I just bought one set of these. The notepads came in a set of 3. The pens came in a set of 3. These, of course, were individual. And there were 10 of these in a pack. So I was able to just do one of each. Now the llamas is the only one that they had. I was looking for a different design. I do like to try and do things a little bit different for each girl, just so they can keep their stuff apart. And that was all they had. Now the other thing here are these little sets of erasers. But in this one, I have an ink pen, so not a pencil. So I might just put these into, create a little bag with them. And I think what I'll do is I'll take one of our pencils from our crafting. And in order to put it in here, I'm going to probably have to cut it down a little bit because pencils are longer than pens in general. So these are so stinking cute. I think I'm going to go ahead and make a little package, and I can show you how I do that. And then we'll get those thrown in there. So let me go get the pencils. I'm going to have to go ahead and cut them down just a tiny bit or sharpen them down a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So if you want to do something like that, all you really need to do is take a pair of like wire cutters or something and just cut it off a little bit. Now I want this to sit in there flat on the bottom, just like the pen is. So just is easy to do this. And then I'm going to go ahead and sharpen it. Almost. All right. One little bit hanging on there. All right. So now we have a sharpened pencil for the first one. And I'm going to do the same to the second. All right. So now both of these will sit in there flat. next to the pen. And is that just the cutest thing or what? So we've got our notepad, we've got a pen, we've got a pencil, we've got our little Post-it notes, and we have our little, we'll call them bookmarks. So here's what I ended up doing with the little erasers. I wanted them all to be in one little package here. And I took a piece of cardstock and I put packing tape on it. I couldn't find my double-sided tape. So what I did was took a piece of packing tape, folded it over itself so it was going to be sticky on both sides. And then I laid it down here. Hard to do with one hand. And then I laid the little erasers on top of it. And then I did it again, and now they stay on really nice. So now what I can do is simply lay them in there. So now you have your little clips or your bookmarks, whatever you want to call those, and then you've got your little erasers. So pretty simple. And if you wanted to put them in a package, wrap them in like candy wrap or something like that. Press and seal would be good, but you can't see through press and seal as well as you can through at least this. So, but I don't think we need it. I think this is going to work just fine. So there we have it. Able to put those erasers in there and make it look really cute. What I'm going to do, because the outsides of these boxes are fairly plain, I'm just going to decorate the tops. I don't want to have to worry about doing anything with the scallops. So if we end up going over here, let me get my mess out. All right, that one's going to work out perfect as well. And I cannot believe there were butterflies on here. So I'm going to take my tape runner. Oh, it's empty. Let me grab another one. Got to keep spares in the house. Otherwise, crafting comes to a halt. All right. I really love these. These are from scrapbook.com. These hold 100 feet versus those little small ones that carry something silly. Feels like nothing. I feel like I go through them constantly. All right. And if I do need to make any trim on it, I can just put that on my cutting mat and go ahead and cut that. So there's one. And there's the other. So now I've got cute little gifts to give to my girls or give as a gift to somebody, or Lord only knows if you come across something you weren't expecting, a classmate's birthday or something like that. Tie a ribbon around this. You've got a ready-made gift. And what did it cost me? I had the pencils. I'm not going to count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty good. So here's what the cute gift boxes look like after I added the scrapbook paper to the top. I put an embellishment on the top of each one and then put a ribbon on it. They turned out absolutely adorable. I do the same thing for a housewarming gift or a hostess gift, and just do it a little bit differently. Who isn't always looking for, and maybe to put in their purse, a little notepad, because Lord only knows what comes up when you're out and you got to remember to grab a gallon of milk or this, or, and if you have my memory these days, I got to write everything down. We already know this is more than 4 by 6. You could put recipes in here, recipe cards all tied up in a cute little bow, along with the pen to go with it. I mean, there's so many different ideas. I was just going to say think outside of the box, but it's in the box.